This Easter, let's remember that the Christianity many or perhaps most Christians practice today has very little to do with the principles and teachings of our old buddy, historical Jesus. Jesus preached peace, forgiveness, acceptance, and he also preached poverty, something that is rarely discussed in modern Christianity, especially in our Western, capitalist, money-hungry society. Easter is the most important holiday in the Christian calendar, and Christianity would not exist without the mythological resurrection. But my favorite story in the New Testament, which may not actually be complete fiction unlike so much of the rest of it, is the cleansing of the temple. It was nearly time for the Jewish Passover celebration, so Jesus went to Jerusalem. In the temple area, he saw merchants selling cattle, sheep, and doves for sacrifices. He also saw dealers at tables exchanging foreign money. Jesus made a whip from some ropes and chased them all out of the temple. He drove out the sheep and the cattle, scattered the money changers' coins over the floor, and turned over their tables. Then, going over to the people who sold doves, he told them, "Get these things out of here. Stop turning my Father's house into a marketplace." In 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 9, Paul wrote, "Those who want to get rich fall into temptation and a snare, and many foolish and harmful desires will plunge men into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is a root of all sorts of evil, and some, by longing for it, have wandered away from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs." In Matthew chapter 6, verses 19 through 20, Jesus said, "Don't store up treasures here on earth, where moths eat them and rust destroys them, and where thieves break in and steal. Store your treasures in heaven, where moths and rust cannot destroy and thieves do not break in and steal." Easter is a holiday to remember and celebrate the resurrection, but Christians don't have a holiday to remember and celebrate Jesus and the Bible's teachings about wealth and poverty. Wealth inequality is probably the number one problem in our majority Christian nation. 65% of adult Americans are Christian, and yet it's something no Christians really want to address. Tax the rich.